Well, you can't, because we're doing the cooking, not you guys. So thank you so much for all of you to come here today. And this is our very first masterclass of the weekend. And we're absolutely honoured to have with us here today Sgt Pardeep Kaur MBE. I have to say that. So before we start cooking, let me tell you a little bit about Sgt Pardeep, or is it Sgt Kaur?
Just call me Pardeep.
Oh, how lovely. So with our lovely Pardeep here, Pardeep was born in Punjab in India, so you can guess what style of cooking she's going to be doing. So it's going to be a very nice Punjabi style. Can I just say, what does it feel like being in Bradford today?
It's different. I have been to Huddersfield like a few times, but not in Bradford. Growing up this morning to here, and I saw those Huddersfield signs, so that brings back loads of memories. But thank you so much for inviting me here, especially in Bradford, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all and sharing all my cooking tips.
Fantastic. Well, you are currently in the curry capital of Bradford. We love the people from Huddersfield as well. They're my good friends. But Bradford is the best when it comes to curry. It's known for.
Before I start my masterclass or master dish, I'm going to be doing the butter chicken. Does everybody know how to cook butter chicken? Yeah, obviously I think I am actually at the curry MELA or curry award, and I'm sure people from Bradford definitely know how to make curries.
We are the curry capital.
Yeah, there you go. It's a curry capital. I never knew that, and now I know. So I make sure I do my stuff just concentrating on curries. So those who don't know how to make curries, I'm just gonna be teaching you in a very simple term how to make the masala, how to make the basic sauce for the curry, so you don't get confused. Everything's gonna be done and dusted here, just right in front of you. So don't think, oh, I have shared or I have put some secret ingredient by myself somewhere hiding it. I'm not gonna do that. I'll do it right in front of you, so we just crack on. And butter chicken, it was developed at the restaurant called Moti Mahal, so that is in Daryaganj near especially in Old Delhi after the partition. So where there was two guys, Punjabi Hindus, there was Jaggi and Gunjanlal Gujral. So they were the one who were migrant from Peshawar. So they have knocked out this dish, and we're just gonna crack on. Are we all happy? Are there any questions?
Can I just say, like, we live in Bradford, which is very diverse. We've got people from all over South Asia, so we've got people from the Indian community, we've got people from the Pakistani community and the Bengali community, and the South Asian diaspora, we're always in competition. So the Pakistani community says we make the best butter chicken, Indians say we make the best butter chicken, and I was in the Bengali community, and I've just recently been to Sri Lanka, and they say they make the best butter chicken.
I think whoever is cooking that day, they make the best cooking. No matter, even if you're not from the Asian background, I'm sure whatever background you are, if you are stood here doing something cooking, and I'm sure you're gonna say that we do make the best chicken.
Well said, well said.
So we're gonna marinate the chicken first. I've got the 500-gram chicken as per the recipe card, and then we're gonna marinate it. Normally you leave it marination about over an hour or overnight, but obviously due to these circumstances, I'm just gonna do it here and there. So we've got the chicken diced. I like spicy food, and I'm trying to not make too spicy because I want you to taste it as well. And if there's any allergen, please do let me know. So I'll just put a teaspoon of red chilies.
And how do you know how spicy that's going to be?
I will taste. Obviously not the raw chicken.
Yeah.
When I start cooking, then
Taste test, it's always important, is that tasting well.
100%. So I've added the garam masala, chili powder, and a bit black pepper. Obviously don't add too much because we got the chilies already in there, so it's just gonna make it more peppery, and then it's not gonna be nice. And then salt as per taste. As we are Asians, we like our salt, but try not to consume more than 6 grams a day, because this is your daily per intake as per the NHS guidelines. Are we all happy? Cool. So then we're gonna add some yogurt. They have ordered me, what is that? Just normal plain yogurt?
Plain yogurt, yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna marinate it. Before you marinate, please make sure you wash your hands. I've done it, so please you do that. If you don't wanna get dirty with this chicken, you always can use gloves. They're always handy. I'm used to it. So at the school, the college where I teach, we always just using our hands and. So there you go. I'm gonna leave that on the side and then let that marinate, and then start prepping for my base sauce.
How many of you actually make butter chicken at home? Oh, quite a few of you. I'm coming to your house, by the way. That's why I asked. Save me a plate. No, I'm joking. Butter chicken is really difficult to make, so I'm really glad that we have you here showing us, because the cream, the consistency of the texture is really
quite creamy, thick, buttery. Butter chicken, also known as a murg makhni. Makhni is basically a butter, murg is a chicken. So put it together, it's called murg makhni, so butter chicken. Alright, so for this recipe, because you only got a 400 to 500 gram chicken, and we're probably gonna add a tablespoon. If you don't know what tablespoon look like, is one of that, and the teaspoon is this. My students always get confused. I'll just tell them, oh, private this and that, can you just get a tablespoon? They get this. This is not a tablespoon, this is teaspoon, and this is tablespoon. So you can put 2 tablespoons in there. Roughly, I know how much do I want, and I just go by that. Alright, so we got the oil ready there. We're gonna add some cumin seeds in there. We got cumin powder as well, but I like to use cumin seeds.
Some people toast them rather than fry them.
I always, it just gives you extra flavor, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, teaspoon. Just went a bit more. Another thing with the garam masala, if you want to use or make it at home, you always can do that. It's better, and then it gives you extra flavor because you can just toast it into the oven, take it out, cool it down, straight into the blender or grinder. It gives you, so you use loads of different spice for it. You can use the crushed chilies, red chilies you get, cumin seeds you get, coriander, star anise, anything that you like, just put it in there, toast it, take it out, cool it down, and then grind it. Alright, so we got the ginger and the garlic paste. Personally, I do not like to use the paste. I always make it at home because I don't know what do they store in these. And obviously being a chef, not just in the army, just generally I like cooking and I don't know what's inside, all preservatives and that, so I refrain. But for this time I have to use it, okay? So I've used about 2 teaspoons of that and the garlic paste. Can you hear it? Yeah. So we start saying, Asians, I don't know about the others, but Punjabis, they say, once you start, you know, when the cumin seeds start to dancing, that means they are getting cooked and they are getting sorted. You see, they are dancing, they are starting to crackle out, so just keep it away. At this stage, I don't want to wear any masks. Don't start wearing masks, you know, because they're gonna come up to you. Don't do that. Cool. So this is another thing when I say about ginger paste, garlic paste, because the water, the moist inside the paste itself, that's what happens. So it's always better to use the fresh ingredients. I've got some fresh, but I'm gonna use it right at the end. Okay, I'll leave it there. So we move on to the onions. I did say that, how to cut onions.
How to peel.
So I will tell you. So what we do, I never knew it till I got into the school as well. So halves, like so, and then you have to keep the root. Keeping the root, it will stay probably 2 or 3 days longer, and it will not smell that much as if you take the root out. So from there, then you can just use your hands, you can just peel it, or you can use a little knife. Again, I always teach my students not to keep the knives in their hand because you never know. That knife may slip, you probably ending up cutting your hand. You're probably gonna have a more blood on your finger than having actually on the dish. Yeah, so literally you have to be very careful. So all you're doing, just taking that off, and then it makes it really easy, and literally peeling it away, keeping the root itself. Trust me, I've tried it a few times. and it worked. If I do take the root out, that means my onion will start to smell a bit more, and the whole fridge will be.
They say there's less tears as well by doing that.
Less tears, yeah, less tears, and
well, there's not a single one in your side. If I was on your side, I'd be like.
And it's all depend on the onions as well. If you're using red onions, you're probably gonna cry a lot because they are very bitter. And there's another tip I give you: if you are peeling like say sacks, because when I was in South Sudan and Estonia on my last tour, so we were using like 25 kg, 30 kg onions just to go into one dish. So we used to soak those onions into water, leave it, and then take it out, and then you will see that water is very dark. All that bitterness literally just absorbed into that water. So that's another one. I'm sure some of the ladies probably know that, isn't it? So 400-gram chicken, I will use probably 3. It's because I've done this before. I know what kind of base do I want. I just don't want it too running base, and then all it happens, you pour the chicken into the bowl. The chicken literally basically sinking at the bottom, all you have is that layer of sauce on the top. So you need to mix everything together, coat everything together. It gives you a good flavor. So cutting the onions, again, I always keep my fingernails away from it because you don't want to be chopping your nail. Once it's gone, you will not notice the difference. Your white nails and the white onions all mix up together, and then it goes into that. You don't want to do that, okay? Trust me, I do not make that much noise when I'm cutting onions. This knife.
So every chef's got their own special knives. What knives do you use?
My knife is in the car base I've left in there. It's literally a podcast. So for this recipe, you normally can blend your onions, but I just want to have a nice fine chopped. So I will show you what I mean by that. Once they're chopped, they goes into the paste. They're all gonna become a nice thick sauce. You don't have to blend them because they are very fine diced.
So this butter chicken recipe, tell us a little about. Is it your own or is it something passed down from your family?
So it's passed down from my mom.
Okay.
So I was talking to her the other day, and then she said to me, use this recipe. I said, I will use mine. She said, no, just if you're going to Bradford, why not you just use mine?
We all have that now, I'm sure we do. My mum's done that with me, giving me a recipe, and I've altered it a little bit. And I get turned off. So who makes better butter chicken, your mum or you?
My mum, I would just say my mum. And as you probably can see in the frying pan, the cumin seeds, ginger, garlic, nicely cooking away. Once I am happy with that, I get some probably brown color on it. I don't know if you can see it, there's nothing on the screen, but you probably can see it. It's nice, coming up to a little like golden brown. I'm gonna get my onions, sweat them, and then make sure they are cooking away nicely. I'm sure you're all thinking it's a butter chicken, why did I add oil? I will do that at the end, because if I put the butter in there and after putting all the stuff, it's gonna get burnt so quick, and I don't want to do that. So what you can do, you can use half of the oil and half of the butter, and that will give you a good base as well. Just lowering that down because they start dancing again. No good. It's like a slope, isn't it? Cool, the onions goes in. I'm just gonna cover it. Tomato based gravy, so we're definitely gonna need some tomatoes. Some people use food coloring to get that color. I don't like it. I honestly don't like coloring. Putting coloring into the food is just not for me. For some it is, but for some it's not. Especially in the army, when we do go away on tours or any exercises in the field, pretty much some of the chefs, they are just trying to put so much color in there to get to that color, what the curry is supposed to look like, and they ended up messy. All you can just taste is just the color. So I always tell them, do not add any color. If you need to, just add it into the water, mix it, then add it at the end. Don't just throw it like a tablespoon or a teaspoon. You will know straight away it's got color in it. So some people use eggs, some people use yeast, some just use yogurt. Because eggs, if you are vegetarian or vegan, you can use yogurt. but again that needs to be free from animal products, because vegan, they do not eat any sort of animal products. So for the vegetarian, you can, some people eat, if you're vegetarian, they do eat eggs, some don't, so always you can use the yogurt. That kind of works really well. Or you can just use yeast. All you do is just take a warm water, bit of sugar, bit of yeast, put it together, so you start fermenting. Once you start to see that foam, they start rising up, then put it into your dry mixture, which is a flour. You knead it very well, or you can use the kneading machine. You can get the machines as well now, but I normally use the hand force with those loads of press ups. I know I can just knead it with hand, so I'm gonna show you what to do. I'm gonna get really busy now because my chicken is probably marinated for the last 20 to 25 minutes. The sauce is already on, so I'm gonna use that side to do my chicken. In the meantime, I will quickly see if the water is nice and warm. I start kneading that as well. So you will see me in action now. So I will be doing loads of things. So I will be talking, doing my work, smiling at you and looking at you who's actually not paying attention. Okay? So in the army, we do say we do like to adjust things quickly, or quickly develop whatever is around us. So to that case, because this is not going to fit in that small one, so I'm going to transfer the onions, ginger, garlic paste into the small one because it's actually perfect for that. And then the bigger one I'm going to use for the marinated chicken to just a little fry it off. And then once the sauce is ready, we're going to bind it together, put it into the dishes, and then you can taste. I actually like the audience, you know, you were so away from me. Now the rain was like, you know what, now get under the tent.
That's it.
That's it, get under the tent.
You're welcome to move your chairs a little bit forward so the people at the back can get in, if that's all right.
Good idea.
We want you all to be comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And don't worry, we're safe here, so you're fine.
Assistant, is my water ready? Where?
Oh, here.
Alright, so my pan is ready. It's hot. As you can see, the oil is, and the chicken I marinated. Those who was not here before, so what I've done with the chicken, just the diced chicken marinated with cumin powder, garam masala, red chili powder, what's the other thing yogurt and black pepper. The reason I didn't add too much black pepper because I don't want that peppery taste in there. So another thing, when you're always frying your food or shallow frying or sauteing it, this is the noise that you need to hear. If you're putting it into a cold oil, guess what? No noise means the oil is not hot. No. So what's gonna happen? All the oil, the cold oil, the chicken or whatever the meat is gonna absorb so quick because it's not been heated. So as you can see, I have not put too much in there because if I put too much chicken in there, that means it's not going to get cooked enough. So you need quite lukewarm water when you actually put in the yeast in there. So this is roughly about 7 grams, so about a teaspoon. So you put that in there.
Sorry, what was that again?
Yeast.
Yeast. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we're gonna add the garlic paste, salt. Can you open the sugar for me, please?
Sugar, where is it?
There. So we're gonna mix that together.
And this is brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Do we know what shakkar is? What is it? Anyone? Shakkar, what is shakkar? It's not brown sugar, no. Yeah. So it's a cane sugar, it's not brown sugar. Okay. So I normally use, I don't really use white sugar that much. I always use the shakkar. Even if I'm making pancakes, shakkar is basically made from cane. You know those sugar canes that you get. So yeah, we use that back home so much. Even I start introducing to my school as well in the army. I start using that. Can we all smell it? So the onions are golden brown. Now we're gonna start adding our masalas. So in that case, it would be cumin powder again. You'll be wondering, we already put the cumin powder into the chicken, but we want more flavors. So we're gonna put the cumin powder in there, garam masala in there, red chilies, and in there, because we don't have green chilies, do we? As much as you can give me, I'm only kidding. Probably 2, please.
2, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll give him a good.
All right, one more thing with the chicken. Never ever use the raw chicken spoon into the cooked chicken. Straight away you are cross-contamination and you can actually give somebody a food poisoning. So please, at home, what happens stays at home, but when actually you cook in sites like this, try not to. Always use different. Although you're wondering, oh, the chicken is gonna go into the same, but still no. And do we know how many allergens are there? Allergens? Anyone? What is allergy? What is allergen? What do you mean by allergen? Say again? Allergy to nuts? I can't hear you, sir. Spice. Okay, so basically there are 14 allergens. 14 as per the
14.
as per the law itself. So there's 14 allergens. All right, so the chicken is done. We are moving on to the naan breads. So normally people use some sort of atta. Atta is like a flour, white, brown, whatever. So I normally just use like grease my hands with butter or with oil, olive oil, and then take. So this is the dough. You take a bit. How I know, it's like a handful, probably just a palm of your size. So this is the size you want it. Okay. So I'm very fast and used to this now, and I'm sure the ladies are as well. Some of the men. But all you're doing, just taking a little from that, and then from that side, bring it to the middle, flip it over, and to that side, so basically folds. So you get a nice little round ball. So tawa is basically a flat grill. You will find that in every Asian house, in every Indian household, everywhere. Whenever I go to Southall, do we know Southall, where Southall is? London. Who said that? London. Yeah, it's in London. I always go there and then trying to go to any Asian shops, always bargaining. They normally sell like, what, £25, isn't it? I'm like, no, they are ripping us. No. It does not cost you more than £10, trust me, because I know that. Cool. So you can make into those round shape. If you don't want it, then you can using the rolling pin. So what you, I don't know where the rolling pin is.
The rolling pin is on its way there. She is. You ask and she delivers.
Cool. So belna, isn't it? Rolling pin. What do we say in our Asian houses? If a man become naughty, and then we use this, don't we? Literally, yeah? Do we know that? Of course you do. And she's laughing like, look at her. She's looking at her husband now. Hey! Alright, so rolling, you can roll into many different ways. You can just use both handles. You're literally going to sing a song, but underneath you make sure you get something in there. Let me just get that. I'm going to move around. Dough or a little bowl and literally going around it until it gives you a nice round shape. I will do it to different, like, it's not pretty round, I don't know, it's moving so much.
I'll put details.
You know what, sorry, I don't normally even use that at home. I'm just... Alright, so other one, it's like a teardrop shape. So you hold from one angle, so you go that way, and then you hold from that one there, and then you're literally rolling it out. So that gives you like a naan shape, okay? So many different shapes. But when they go inside, it's all one shape, isn't it? So basically what you're doing, you're literally, with your little fingers, you're going around there, and then you will see ended up having a nice little shape. You can actually fry them, become a bhatura. Cool. So the tawa or the flat grill is pretty hot.
So while you do that, how many people, what's the largest number of people you've cooked for?
2,800, about 3,000.
3,000 people? How did you manage that? What was the logistics like?
We got a team like with about 5 or 6 chefs. It's all because our work gets split into shifts.
Yeah.
So we do shift works. Morning, you can say about starting 4:30. Where is my ex-chef? You're still chef, but you're not chef. You're still chef, isn't it? So 4:30.
2 o'clock.
There you go. 4:30 till 2 o'clock, and then the middle shift will start coming in about 9 o'clock till 4 or 5, depends how much work we have in the kitchen. And then the late shift will start coming after PT when they are literally so tired, get boosted by CO's PT, and then they're coming in and they will stay in the kitchen right at the end. So there's three shifts. I like the tawa, huh? It's quite good.
It's from India.
Okay. And another thing, we call it clean as you go.
Yes,
Clean as
definitely.
you go, okay? And then we got another shape. So, have you been to India?
Am I allowed to pass that to a couple of people?
Let me just put some butter on that. Have you been to India? No.
I've been.
You've been, isn't it? When actually you are, say, I'm talking about Punjab now. So when you're in Punjab,
There's
you're
gonna be
going.
a war between Gujarat
You
and Punjab.
no war. We are friends.
We are.
So when you are in Punjab and then you're traveling up somewhere north, and then you will stop somewhere on the way, there's loads of restaurants, we call it tabas, and then you will see it's a big massive tandoor in the kitchen somewhere. The chefs are sweating, all that sweat is going, I don't know where, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, and then literally just do this, don't they? She would know that, my Punjabi lady. They just go like they've been literally slapping and they stick it into the tandoor. Oh, I don't want that. It's not bad. And then they stick it into the tandoor and it's nice and round and fluffy, nice golden brown. I can smell it actually now. Cool. I'll put some butter or oil. If you got your fake nails, what do they call it? Acrylics. I'm not allowed, but I know sometimes I do get it done. If you are not using that and you're using your hands, trust me, you will have some marks on those grills. Talking from experience.
So chef, you put butter in your plate?
Yeah, I'm just going to add some chilies.
Oh, you're gonna add chilies to that butter?
Yeah. When you're at home, always use a chopping board when you are chopping up the green chilies. One, you won't cut your fingers. Second, it's literally gonna be staying on your chopping board rather than just going all over the place. And then thirdly, main important, you will never ever touch your eyes or any private areas. Trust me. You laughing, you've done it before, haven't you? So don't do that. I always tell my chefs, if you are using green chilies or any sort of chilies, make sure you go and wash your hands. Or back home, my mom always says, just use some mustard oil on your hands and it will just won't do much as. There you go. So we're just gonna put it into, I'm not gonna put too much chilies because otherwise the toilets will be busy. Okay? I'll give you another tip for if you want to use Marmite butter, you always get the butter soft enough first, then put some Marmite in there, blend it, and that gives you a Marmite butter. So you don't have to go to the shops and buy it. Okay? So the last one left now. Okay. So see that butter there? So you take the chapati, naan or whatever and literally go around it. Clean it basically, clean the bowl, and then you was gonna put it in the bin, isn't it? Nah, no good. Cool, so we are pretty much done now. Where's my small little parts?
Here we go then. Oh, you mean these pots?
Yeah. So right in the end, you just taste, and then you can adjust your seasoning, because you don't want to be doing that right at the beginning, because it's not practical at all. If you put too much salt right at the beginning, and then you're gonna be in trouble. Then you'll be putting so much probably potato to soak up all that, or absorb all that salt, you know. So what happened here with the naan breads, I have cut into a nice, like a little triangle, like a pizza size, small ones, because if I put too much in one plate, I know people are so hungry, they will probably just take one and then be out from this gate. So I'm just gonna put a little in there, so you can come in, have a little dip in there, and then try and let me know. Before you try any allergens, this is all ready. If you think at any point they are spicy, I've got some yogurt, water, sugar to cool you down. I'm sure they're not too spicy. Okay.